Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of AlexOcrypto. I'm Rocco here again with you today without Finch, and I'd like to thanks everybody to watching and subscribe to the channel. In fact, we just reached the 500 subscribers, and we are approaching the 3,000 watch time hours that is needed for YouTube to finally monetize the channel. A big thanks goes to you for following, subscribe, watching, and sharing, and tell your friend. Without any other further ado, so I'd like to also thank AlexOcrypto as a sponsor. So it's if you like the crypto swag, if you like Bitcoin, XRP, Cardano, and more, definitely check AlexOcrypto.com. The other reason you gotta check AlexOcrypto.com is the last week I attended the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, and I took a lot of pictures with a lot of people and friends and celebrity too. So I highly recommend to go take a look at the picture. Then you find on the gallery in the website AlexOcrypto.com. Yeah, in fact, I'd like to give a shout out to all the people, Lifer, Jap. Also, there was the twins from Altcoin Daily. I'd like to thank also the Billy Gotel's family, and definitely check them out on X as well. There was Alexo and many other people too. There was also that I had a chance to take a picture with the twins of us from Gemini. They had a big stand and they were giving away 2 Cybertruck. So definitely it was a very, very successful conference. And what I'd like to do today, kind of go through that, and as well talking a little bit about the XRP news. Finch is not here today, so because we play solo, and as you can see, we're here in a beautiful resort, and this is why one of the reasons. And I was in do the live stream. It's also because I took a little break after the conference. So I really appreciate it for your passion to again waiting for my video. So I'm gonna try to go live very soon. In the meantime, here is a video then I like to share with you. So the Bitcoin conference, a successful conference for sure. I'm gonna say one of the biggest I have attended. Definitely bigger than and successful than one in Nashville, in my opinion. The fact being, if you remove the Trump appearance in Nashville, I would probably say it would be one of the conferences. It was just normal conference, and there was nothing really major going on. A lot of the miners were present in Nashville, but everything else was kind of missed. It definitely wasn't Gemini standing there. This time there was Robinhood. I saw not only that, again, the Gemini big stand was there, and the stocks and many other ones really. There was definitely a bigger conference, and was more buzz, and hopefully guys you catch the short that they published just right after the end of the Bitcoin conference. They were giving away pretty much a free ticket for next year. They just confirmed they're going to be in Vegas again on 2026. So hopefully you guys can make it, and so it can be a nice chance to meet you guys. Also, there were another conference going on at the same time. Bitcoin conference was there also at the same time. It was right after the Litecoin Summit and the XRP Las Vegas 2025, which I'm going to try to attend next year eventually. So now let's talk about the market and the news. You see now there is the market is dipping due to the fact that the news that Israel just kind of launched an attack on Iran. So definitely that has an effect on the market. But the overall sentiment is that we are in a bull market still, and many people think about it and say that this time is going to be a difference. So everybody talking about this super cycle, and guys, I want to know your opinion. Let me know in the comment if you think there's going to be a super cycle, or the cycle is going to be like before, that we're going to have the bull run and then we're going to go ahead and drop again, and next year in the coming years. So and then go back after the halving. So let me know what is your opinion. So the market has been affected, of course, from the micro news, but we cannot discard the fact there are some very bullish crypto and Bitcoin and XRP news goes around. So if you guys are already well positioned, you don't have to listen to me tell you what to do. But definitely, if you did not position yourself the way you wanted, this news on the micro level about the possible World War III or whatever they say, it can be an opportunity to position yourself in crypto. The fundamentals don't change. The news drive the price, and you see that with the announcement of the tariff, the market went down. But in the meantime, especially after the conference, you see there is a lot of partnership there being announced. Strategy, and Michael Saylor still buying like crazy. Japan jumping, Brazil is gonna have his own. They're working to have their own Bitcoin reserve. The government is definitely more friendly here in the United States for where crypto, and if you are being an XRP holder for a long time, you know you've been through the hardship or the lawsuit, so you know what it means. And now that you have a more friendly ecosystem in the government, and the SEC is actually working to make a crypto and the blockchain adoption favorable and to bring innovation here in the States. If you heard also Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, in his recent appearance in Apex 2025 in Singapore, where it's going to discuss different application of blockchain. And I don't know if you see the short that I published when he asked the host if he knows where he holds his ID identification. It talks about IDs, the government issues IDs, and that's perhaps you are not the owner of your own ID. So how blockchain can intervene and make your data safe and make your data yours. So there's a lot of things moving on. The other major news that we had also, besides the Circle now be public on the stock market when it was a very successful IPO. We had the news today that Circle just actively deposited $2 million in the XRP Ledger, which now is available for user, institution, and developer to be used. The XRP Ledger is moving in the right direction. It's been getting more adoption. And going back to the Apex 2025, Brad was asked if you can see where is his Ripple taking the Swift messaging system over, how much adoption they can Ripple take from there. It was predict about the 14-15%, which is, I guess, a very big number. We're talking in the trillions, which is definitely going to spike the price of XRP. So if you're an XRP holder, give me the like, subscribe, tell your friend why you don't have XRP yet. You're crazy. If your friend they don't like XRP, eventually they're going to turn around. You watch. Imagine if you were buying Bitcoin at $2 right now. Just think about it. Think if you were buying Bitcoin right now at $2.20. It doesn't matter really 5 years from now. If you bought it at $2, when it's going to be hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. Imagine now Bitcoin is $100,000. You think it's going to stop there? I don't think so. So in fact, major prediction are around 200, 250, even $500,000 by the end of this year. So, and what about the prediction of XRP? XRP is predicted to be between $20 and $27 by the end of this year, which I think is a very conservative. But of course, there is a macro news, and they can affect the price and how the adoption around the world and the expansion around the world can be. Also, there are XRP reserve be formed and only Bitcoin. The ETF approval, there's going to be the final decision for the ETF approval, not only for XRP, but for other major crypto, including Solana and others, is around the mark of October 15, between October 15 and 27, I think it is. And so it's either approval or denial. By then, the Genius Act should be in place. So a lot of things are aligning. And like you can see, a lot of company institutions, they start to buy into crypto. But the news I wanted to go back is about the Circle actively now enabled the $2 million USDC in the Ripple in the XRP Ledger. What that means, I know that's open for institution, developer, and retails, but also my question I was thinking earlier is $2 million seems a lot, but in effect it's it's like a drop in the oceans. It was a $2 million. If I have a $3 million worth of XRP and I try to do a transaction using the XRP Ledger, only $2 million they're gonna go through. So that's $2 million, not 2 million XRP. So let me think about it. If we're talking about moving billions of dollars, what $2 million? Why $2 million? What's the purpose? So at that point, the breaking news is almost like an old news. But on the other hand, maybe this can be just a test run. It's like, guys, when you move, let's say you move money from one account to another with crypto, you always do like a little test run. If you need to move a lot of money, $10,000, you try to move $50 first, make sure the address is correct and everything is working right and you get a deposit is there. I think this is just a test run. It's probably a way for make sure everything is synchronized, everything in the links are resolved, if there are any problem, everything works well. So I think that we're gonna see major deposit right in the future. And of course, that's gonna give an opportunity for major user to jump in and really start to use XRP Ledger with the USDC. Also, I saw a news, I don't know how fact check it is, that people always try to buy back their shares, and the price they were showing is about $175 per share. They're buying back from their employee, perhaps from other company or private company. They own shares of the Ripple stock. No stock, because it's not a public company, but it's a public company, but it's still a private company. But maybe they're buying that back, getting ready to go public. So now we have a Coinbase, major operator on the crypto system now, also Gemini, and now you have also Circle. They went public. And talking about Circle, I know there were rumors to Circle be acquired. There was an offer by Ripple to acquire Circle, then it didn't happen. But some people speculated it was a fake, maybe I don't want to say fake news, because Brad Garlinghouse didn't really discard when he was asked if they made an offer for $11 billion to acquire Circle. They didn't say, he say they didn't make an offer for $11 billion, but he didn't say they didn't make any offer. So that's the thing, is kind of hilarious, I would say. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Like and subscribe, and tell your friend that today Finch is not here, but Rocco is here. I'm gonna bring Finch very soon, so as soon as we have a chance to kind of go live once again. Make sure you subscribe, get your notification bell on, and until next time, ciao tutti!